Hey!
Hey, family! Good to see you. Get in here. Yes, yes.
We ain't been here for a minute.
I know. It feels so good, okay? It feels so
wonderful.
good. It's just the three of us. No.
Story time. Story time. Story time.
Oh, that felt good to say. I feel like we haven't said that in so long.
We haven't said
We've been on the
in
cliff.
so long. Yeah. We've been on, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, we finished chapter 1.
That's very true. That's true.
Show
That's
off.
true. That's very true. Well, welcome back to Story Time, you all. Good to see you. Good to see you. If you don't know who I am, you should. I'm the lady that probably talk way too much. Okay, James, I get it. Don't get so excited. Okay? But I'm Bonnie G.
I am Nashawn Holmes. And this is
Auntie Shelly on the beat.
Bump.
That's right. We no longer do it for ourselves.
It resonates. You understand?
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
spirit fingers. Okay, that's spirit fingers is not in the Bible. Okay. Oh.
Did you say spirit fingers?
Yeah, because she said it resonate, and she did this, and I said spirit fingers. You know what I'm saying?
Is that how you do say it in sign language?
No, this is
okay.
hard. I mean, clapping.
It's clapping. You're clapping. Applause. This is applause.
Why?
Because I can't
hear it.
So they see it.
Okay.
I'm just thinking this could mean clap too. No, that means something else.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know. Well, listen. I don't even know what I was talking about.
You were just doing the welcome. Just introduction.
Introduction, you guys.
We've been away for a while.
We have.
We had a little vacay.
Yes, we did. I really enjoyed myself. I tell you that. But you know what? Like we do all the time, we're going to come before you with the whole scripture. Good to see you, girl. Good to see you.
Yay.
I'm so excited.
Hi.
Kia, she says, Kia Ora from New Zealand. Good to see you, girl. Good to see you. And you catching the live. I know it has. She said it's been a minute. Yes, it has. But before we do anything, we're gonna hit you with Psalms 23. I know it's been read and people preach on it, but listen, that's what was given to me, and so here it
is.
Yeah, I was thinking like hear it, but I got you.
All the word.
I like that, but here it is. All right, Yahuwah is my shepherd; I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the cycle of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Yahuwah forever.
Forever. I just went, Goshen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. No
Hallelujah.
near. Everything we need is in Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
May Yah add a blessing to the hearer and reader of his word. Listen, we are in the second book of Maccabees. Okay, first book. We're gonna kind of share some stuff. I know you're wondering what Macca who. Listen, I got you. We got this book from Sefer.net, not .com, because if you go there, you ain't gonna find it, okay? But what we didn't do is pay full price for it.
No.
It ain't against store, but it is against common sense, okay? Use your Storytime discount. Remember, the O in the word story is actually, the 0 in the word story is actually O. And that little 3 in time is actually a E as a reminder to go on back to the covenant. See how the 3 is backwards? You know? Go back. You getting what I'm saying? Return. So,
to the covenant.
Get your book. Use your discount. Don't be paying full price.
Please.
And I asked the question, for what? For why? Don't do it.
And we don't get kickback.
Sure don't. We wrote an email.
Yeah.
Can we get a discount?
That's all we. Yeah.
For the nation. We do it we community minded.
Yeah.
For the nation. All right. Auntie Shelly. Listen, we got some. Listen, as you guys know, we don't read ahead. We don't.
Yeah,
we read these
ever.
things with you. Okay, we
Yeah.
don't ever read ahead, and sometimes it's very tempting. I ain't gonna lie. The
It
flesh
is.
be like,
This
"Girl, read
last
that.
time really was.
Yeah.
Read that, but we didn't. So Auntie Shelley actually came and she got some information that she wants to share about the Maccabees 1.
Yes.
Because there ain't no recap on 2 because we ain't went in yet.
Yeah. And it's important.
It's very important.
Okay,
Yes.
come on with this recap.
Okay, so I went back and read chapter 1, as she said, and we could see where the people were starting to go astray right in chapter 1.
Yes.
Right in chapter 1, but of course we were busy trying to figure out what was going on.
Right.
Yeah.
That you could have missed it. So
I missed it.
the biggest thing was the evil, the wicked
Yes,
people of
the wicked.
Jerusalem wanted to make this deal with Alexander, who is a Greek. So he is Greek.
Mhm.
And he is reigning right now over Greece. And of course, Alexander gonna say, cool, okay, I'll do it. Y'all follow my laws and we good. And they were like, yeah, build us a gymnasium like you guys have. So they built this gymnasium in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Now, if you do research on Greece's gymnasiums,
Yeah, that I was just about.
everybody naked, only men and boys can go. That's it. That's the place where they did all that wrestling and just you only got I want to say imagination, but it ain't imagination because it's real. It's the same thing that's going on today. You know, it's just a whole bunch of homosexuality, and they would take them little boys and do whatever it is that they do. That was like a no to y'all. They were not being circumcised. All that
On purpose. They
on purpose, not circumcising. And so enters Matanahu, who is a priest. His sons are Simeon. Right now, I'm just going to concentrate on Simeon and Judah, but you know it was Jonathan, and he had 2 other ones. Matanahu comes into town and he goes, "What are y'all doing? We are not doing this. We're not doing this." So he starts breaking down altars and, you know, doing all this stuff to go back to Torah. And so right before he dies, he leaves instructions and he says, Simeon is your counselor.
I remember that.
He's like a father.
I remember
Listen to him like you would me.
Mm-hmm.
And Judah is the one who's going to fight your battles. Because remember, priests are not supposed to fight battles.
Right.
But Yehuda gets his permission to fight the battles. So we know all through Maccabees, they fight battles, they win in wars. They're not losing, but something happens. I want to say it's in 8. In chapter 8, where Yehuda sees Rome winning all these battles, and he thinks just because Rome lets whatever nation they conquer keep their laws, basically do whatever they want to do. There's no king over them because there wasn't really a king. Let them keep their kings. No, I think it was Rome. I want to just right now it's not concentrating on that. He makes a deal with them. He makes a covenant with them, which is a no-no because Yahuwah's been fighting his battles all this time. So that's why in the very next chapter he dies. As soon as he makes that covenant with them, he dies. And I get it from Yahuwah's perspective because there's people not dying from you. You're not about to take that glory and give it to no Romans or no Greeks.
Got you.
That was me.
Wow.
And if I let you keep doing this and you under covenant with them or allegiance with them, it's going to look, they're going to take my glory.
Wow. Okay.
Basically. So I see it from, so you guys to go.
He's a jealous. Oh, okay.
Jealous. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a mistake he made. That's a little slip up he made. And we all could do it, but that's why we said we got to stay close to Torah. And we have to trust Yahuwah.
Yeah.
Don't get to trust in these other nations. And that's why we tell you, don't get to trust in these presidents talking about, oh, well, this time they're going to do right. You're making a covenant with them. I mean,
You are.
I mean, you don't want it to be true, but when you vote for them, you're making a covenant with them.
You sure are. You signing
You're
over
saying,
your
I
consent.
trust you to do what you said you were going to do.
That's exactly
because you sound honorable. You sound.
We choose you.
Yeah, we choose you, and not Yah. And Yah has already told us no man is going to redeem us. No. We already know that.
Oh my goodness.
So we can't go making covenant with other nations, especially when it comes to our freedom.
Yeah.
And whose side we're on. And
yeah, absolutely.
We can't do it. That's why I say get up out of Babylon.
Wow.
Oh, and remember their track record.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somehow we get amnesia real quick. As a nation, as a scattered nation, boy, we are forgetful.
Yeah. Because that's what happened at the end of Maccabees. At the end of first Maccabees, they made that little covenant. And they said, "You thought." Remember that king was like, "No, he was like,
nope." And that's why he killed the other one too.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you thought that Maccabee was the last name.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Maccabee is not Judah's last name. It's his nickname. His name is Judah. Okay. And they called Maccabee because he's the hammer. It basically meant the hammer of Yah.
Girl, I thought that was
just like we thought Rashawn was a name.
Was
but
one.
It means one.
See?
So and that's why they're known as the Maccabees, but really it was Yehuda's nickname, like they called him that.
Listen, we give nicknames all the time.
All the
time. Now listen, it's in scripture, okay? Nicknames given out.
You learn something new
every day. Thank you.
Now who ain't the people?
Who ain't the people? Right?
Wow.
You see more of your characteristics in yourself in the book than you have ever done.
And it's the hammer.
It's a hammer.
Come on.
Can't
like
touch
this.
this.
Said it.
Come on, hammer.
Man. All right. I'm gonna give you your whole 12 minutes, okay, back, okay, as we get into this reading. I'm excited, Auntie Sheniy.
Yeah?
I am.
Oh, let's get into this.
Because you got the Achilles names.
Oh my goodness, there's a lot of names.
It's always a lot of names.
But listen, I always say that because she loved like phonetics. There you go. See, couldn't even say it. Knew what I wanted to say, but I couldn't say it. But like Dad says, it's hammer time.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. And I'm so glad you were able to get your C4, even if it was on the phone. I have mine too, on my phone too. She was like, she tried to get it. The physical,
I had that
but it
issue
happening.
with when I was ordering some of my books.
Oh, they don't ship out there?
I don't know. She said she tried, but it wasn't happening, so she got it on the phone.
Either
way, I'm excited.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The word is the word.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is the Maccabees Sheniy, which is the second book.
That's right. Okay.
Number 2.
But if you want to name your little girl Sheniy, I ain't mad at it.
The brethren, the Yehudim that be at Jerusalem and in the land of Yehud, wish unto the brethren, the Yehudim that are throughout Egypt, health and peace. Elohim be gracious unto you and remember his covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, his faithful servants, and give you all a heart to serve him and to do his will with a good courage and a willing mind. And open your hearts in his Torah and commandments and send you peace and hear your prayers and be at one with you and never forsake you in time of trouble. And now we be here praying for you.
Wait. Mm-hmm. Just real quick. I think this is so powerful. Don't forget, like he's calling back to remembrance. Remember what he told you with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Those are oral traditions that we have to not forsake, and making sure that we're doing the same because we're under the same command to share these things with our children so they don't forget, so they can keep Torah. How else are you going to keep it if you don't know what to keep?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yep. That's so good. Beautiful. What time as Demetrius reigned in the 169th year, we the Yehudim wrote unto you wrote unto you in the extremity of trouble that came upon us in those years, from the time that Jachan and his company revolted from the Holy Land and kingdom and burned the porch and shed innocent blood. Then we prayed unto Yahuwah and were heard. We offered also sacrifices and fine flour and lighted the lamps and set forth the loaves. And now see that ye keep the feast of Chanukah in the month of Kislev. In the 184th year, the people that were at Jerusalem and in Yehuda and the council and Yehuda sent greeting and health unto Aristobulus, King Ptolemy's master, who was of the stock of the anointed priests, and to the Yahudim that were in Egypt. So much so as Elohim has delivered us from great perils, we thank him highly as having been in battle against a king. For he cast them out that fought within the holy city.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you looked at the feast?
Yeah, because listen, I was like, I know you ain't talking about no Hanukkah in here. Hold on, let me break that down. So thank you, C for Bible, okay, on the app. It actually is the Feast of Dedication.
Oh, they were rededicating.
Yes. It says dedication, an 8-day feast that begins on the 25th day of the 9th month to commemorate the rededication of the temple back to Yahuwah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to kind of clarify that, because I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute. What she say? What she say? Is what she said.
Yeah, but remember that's not official.
I was thinking,
it's not the 7.
Yeah, and it's not 7, it's 8, and it's you're absolutely
it's not the
right.
7, it's one of those ones that count. It's not, but again, there's nothing wrong with celebrating things that Yah has done for you, as long as you don't try to throw it in the 7.
Exactly, and he didn't make it a part of the feast days.
Right. It's not one of them days that is pointing to prophecy or he's gonna move.
So it's like Purim.
Yes, absolutely.
The other one.
Yep.
So it was during that time that they understood and celebrated, because they were in that time that it happened.
Yes,
right.
But
so
we are not in that time and happened, so it's not a part of the 7.
Absolutely.
Right.
Just
so
like
they want us to remember it happens.
Yes,
but it happens.
But we don't celebrate it because we don't have that temple. They were celebrating the rededication of the temple.
And not only that, but the fathers before that, there's no way Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob could have participated. And as we learned from reading other books, they were doing those feasts before they came out of Egypt.
Absolutely.
That stuff is not new.
Our forefathers were celebrating the solemn feast that we are supposed to celebrate. So that's awesome.
I love that.
Yeah. And notice it happens on the 25th day. What other 25th day do they try to throw at us? They stuck it in the whole. I mean, they say it's the 9th month, but remember, they're off.
Yep.
Because when we say the 9th month, we say September.
Yes.
Yep. But September means what? Sept means what?
Oh, go ahead.
Sept is not.
That doesn't mean 9.
Yeah, I was just about to say,
7.
Wasn't that our number system is all off?
It's all off.
Yep.
It's all off.
Just like October is oct, that means 8.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And December is 10. Yeah. Y'all's calendar is right. They threw everything off.
That's our calendar here, because January, February is at the end.
Yeah. Winter's at the end.
So February will be considered December.
Which makes sense.
Yes.
You start when everything is being born and
that's why you got Chinese New Year, and then a lot of other cultures, their New Year's is always different than ours.
And it's always in the right time.
Yep, that's when it really is a new year. And that's why businesses call their years fiscal years.
That's
and
right.
They always start when it's the real start of the year. That's their
hidden in plain sight, man.
Yep.
Hidden in plain sight. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
I'll drink to that. Water. Good to see you, Uncle.
Where
verse,
we at?
verse 12.
Okay.
For he cast them out that fought within the holy city. For when the leader was come into Persia, and the army with him that seemed invincible, they were slain in the temple of Nanea by the deceit of Nanea's priests.
They are some deceitful people.
They are. So we are talking about.
I don't know who Nanea is.
No, okay. Okay,
That's like a place.
Oh, it's a place. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a place.
Wait, because remember when? Oh man, Uncle Keith, where are you, sir?
So which part you talking about?
No, I'm talking about like the people who are.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Are you trying to see who the people are in the?
Yeah, because you know he said the Hellenized Jews. Is this?
Well, remember, Hellenized just means they
going that way towards Greece, right?
Yeah, and that happened in chapter 1. It's already started.
Okay, so
remember, I said
here.
when he said that,
that's when
I had to go back. It started in chapter 1. He was letting us know. It's just that some of them were like Matana, who's like, we ain't doing that, but some of them was already Hellenized.
Yes.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Listen, I'll be learning every day, okay?
Verse 14. For Antiochus, as though he would marry her, came into the place, and his friends that were with him to receive money in the name of a dowry.
Well, who he married?
Nanea.
Oh, she got a temple?
Yep. They were slain. Wait, the temple of Nanea by the deceit of Nanea's priest. So it seems like she's a person, an individual.
Well, yeah, we got to look this.
13.
Okay. When the leader was coming to Persia, the temple. It seems like usually temples ain't dedicated to people. It's like a false.
Well, let's keep reading.
Yeah, let's read.
Yeah.
Which when the priests of Nanea had set forth, and he was entered with a small company into the compass of the temple, they shut the temple as soon as Antiochus was come in, and opened a privy door of the roof, that they threw stones like thunderbolts, and struck down the captain, hewed them in pieces, smote off their heads, and cast them into those that were without.
Okay, so Nanea is a place.
Yeah.
It's not
Period.
We're gonna find out. Wait. There's more. We gotta read.
Help me out.
17. Blessed be our Elohim in all things, who has delivered up the wicked. Therefore, whereas we are now purposed to keep the purification of the temple upon the 25th day of the month of Kislev, we thought it necessary to certify you thereof, that ye also might keep it, as the feast of Chanukah, and of the fire, which was given us when Nehemiah offered sacrifice. After that, he had built the temple and the altar. For when our fathers were led into Persia, the priests that were then devout took the fire of the altar privily and hid it in a hollow place of a pit without water, where they kept it sure, so that the place was unknown to all men.
Wait, so she is a person.
Okay, so she's a Persian goddess. But look, y'all.
So he was supposed to marry somebody.
He supposed to marry somebody.
That's
Nanea
a Persian goddess.
Oh.
And why they got a whole American doll named after her? American girl.
Yeah. Wow. After a goddess.
You know, they gotta keep the names of their
these
deities in the mouths of people,
and
for them to stay,
and it's like a vessel.
Stay alive. Yeah.
And that's like a vessel too.
Yep.
They got us to stay relevant and alive.
I know we sound all kinds of crazy, but y'all true.
Hey, it's right. I can't make this up. I just looked up the nail. The first thing I got was a little girl
American
before I got the Persian
Y'all know what them little dolls is.
Y'all know what them dolls is. Y'all know. Oh, y'all probably can't see. So.
Nah, it's okay. We're gonna figure this out.
Her eyes is hazel.
No.
Let me stop.
Michelle.
I think this is too tight.
Okay.
Okay.
Verse 20. Now, after many years, when it pleased Elohim, Nehemiah, being sent from the king of Persia, did send of the posterity of those priests that had hid it to the fire. So Nehemiah must be Nehemiah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nehemiah?
Yeah, they built the wall. Yeah.
Okay, be in here then.
But when they told us they found no fire but thick water, then commanded he them to draw it up and to bring it. And when the sacrifices were laid on, Nehemiah commanded the priests to sprinkle the wood and the things laid thereupon with the water. When this was done, and the time came that the sun shone, which afore was hid in the cloud, there was a great fire kindled, so that every man marveled. And the priests made a prayer while the sacrifice was consuming. I say both the priests and all the rest, Jonathan beginning, and the rest answering thereunto, as yet Nehemiah did. So they had taken, somebody had found a way to take one of the embers, the fire, from the broken down temple and brought it to and hid it somewhere.
Yeah. And then they used it.
And then they used that fire, and they marveled because it still did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Bonnie, remember Nehemiah, they let him come home to build the wall.
Wait.
When the king, I think it was Darius. I think it was the Persians, right? The Persians.
What book did we read? I remember.
It's in Nehemiah.
Was it Darius or was it?
No, did we read another book that talked about
when he was in here? About something about
and
Nehemiah.
he did leave. Okay, so I'm just getting it. Y'all don't mind me.
Yeah, it's because they snatched this away, and it's such this integral part that puts it together.
So I'm trying to put it in my mind where it goes.
Yeah. So they're still
just picking up the pieces.
Technically kind of captive, but he let Nehemiah, because there was some they didn't even let go. Like Daniel, they never let out of Babylon. Like you ain't going nowhere. No. You're too valuable. But Nehemiah, the king let him come back, build the wall.
But he made him come back. Though.
Yeah, but he had to go back. Yeah. Nehemiah had to go back.
Dad goes on to say, oftentimes leader will be revered as a deity.
He said Darius. He said Darius, like you said.
Okay.
Let's see, verse 23.
No, 24, and the prayer.
Okay. And the prayer was after this manner. O Yahuwah, Yahuwah Elohim, creator of all things, who is fearful and strong and righteous and merciful, and the only and gracious King, the only giver of all things, the only just, almighty, and everlasting, you that deliver Yasharel from all trouble, and did choose the fathers and sanctify them. Receive the sacrifice for your whole people, Yasharel, and guard your own portion and sanctify it. Gather those together that are scattered from us. Deliver them and serve among the heathen. Deliver them that serve among the heathen. Look upon them that are despised and abhorred, and let the heathen know that you are Elohim. Punish them that oppress us, and with pride do us wrong. Plant your people again in your holy place, as Moshe has spoken.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Pray that prayer.
Pray that prayer. Pray that prayer. You hear me? Do I need to screenshot it? Do I need to take a picture?
He said, get us all together.
Absolutely.
Because they being mistreated.
I'm going to have to post this one, okay?
Yes.
They're
being mistreated. Go get them. Bring them back. Them heathens. Heathens.
That's being...
Be nice.
Pray that
prayer. That was 2 Maccabees chapter 1 verses 24 through 29.
That's a good prayer.
That's a real good prayer. I'm gonna pray that all the time.
I'm gonna have to pray that one. I might have to read it as I pray it, but I'm gonna pray it till I know it. Okay.
Verse 30. And the priests sung psalms of thanksgiving. Now, when the sacrifice was consumed, Nehemiah commanded the water that was left to be poured on the great stones. And when, let me not add nothing to it. When this was done, there was kindled a flame, but it was consumed by the light that shined from the altar.
Wait, hold on, y'all. There's something in there.
Yeah.
When this was done, there
Yeah.
was kindled a flame, but it was consumed by the light that shined from the altar.
I feel
so
like
it burned.
I feel like that's prophecy too. Let me tell you what way. Listen, Dad, you can pull me off this ladder.
Get on the ladder.
Okay. So them dry stones is us.
Okay.
The water is his spirit.
Okay.
His revelation, right?
Okay.
Then it says there was kindled a flame, but it was consumed by light. I feel like this is a trouble, like coming out of that, like how we have been consumed by oppression and all. But his light, I feel like his Torah, we are consumed. We are one with it. We are aligned with it.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
Hallelujah.
Because that was kindled a flame. Because when you pour water on stones, it puts a fire out. Kindle means it starts burning, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they poured the water on it and it started
burning up. But the light put out the fire. Like, because the light was greater.
Right. The light
was greater.
Greater. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all. Like, seriously, like, because
yeah.
there's so much in my mind that I can see this scripture, like, was consumed, and that's what he wants from us.
Yeah.
He wants to be consumed. Like, he wants to be like make us one, like you and the Father are one.
Yes.
He said, if I be in you, me and you gonna be aligned together.
Yeah.
He wants all of him in us, no flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're supposed to be consumed. We're one.
Can't tell you can't
tell
see.
Where I look like you look like me.
And we begin, or we end and he begins.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
Right.
Absolutely. And just like how we were they tried to put us out. They tried to erase us. Like, I just feel like there's so much more in that one passage, y'all. But I digress, as my daddy would say.
No, that's not digressing. That's only we just read
point.
it.
Okay.
That was on point. All right. Verse 33. So when this matter was known, it was told the king of Persia that in the place where the priests that were led away had hid the fire, there appeared water, and that Nehemiah had purified the sacrifices therewith. Then the king, enclosing the place, made it holy, after he had tried the matter. And the king took many gifts and bestowed thereof on those whom he would gratify. And Nehemiah called this thing Nachtar, which is as much as to say a cleansing, but many men call it Nephu.
Right.
Better not be nothing out of pocket.
Well, Nephu is just a shorter term for cleanse or clean.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Nephu, clean.
Look, you
got
Naftar is cleansing, so Nephu means clean.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chapter 2. It is also found in the records that Yerhim-Yahu, the prophet, commanded them that were carried away to take of the fire as it had been signified, and how that the prophet, having given them the Torah, charged them not to forget the commandments of Yahuwah, and that they should not err in their minds when they see images of silver and gold with their ornaments.
Yes. Remember, that was Jeremiah, because he Baruch told Jeremiah, you got to go be their prophet.
Yeah, you sure did. Yeah, I remember Baruch.
Yep.
Verse 3. And with other such
Well, I'm sorry,
speeches,
cut you off, it just comes to my mind.
go ahead.
And that's crazy because as a people, what do we forget when we see money thrown at
Yeah,
us?
that's when we forget.
Well, we forget
We see
everything
that
when you see
silver and
that silver,
gold.
that gold, whatever that glitters, we go
Yep.
for it
Yep.
as a people.
So
Yep.
such
And he
flashy
telling you, no,
folks.
You're trying to warn him, like, don't
Don't
forget,
go for the flashy.
don't err,
Don't do
keep
it.
my Torah.
Yeah.
Even if you see something glittering,
Yep.
don't be, oh, let me leave that, let me grab this.
Don't go all running toward it.
Yeah.
Doing everything for it.
Stay away from the light, Carol Ann. Don't go into the light, Carol Ann. Don't go into the light.
What is that?
You ain't never seen that? What's the name of it?
Poltergeist.
Oh, Poltergeist.
Mm-mm.
This
Don't
little girl
go
sat in
into
front of
the
that
light.
TV.
She got
Said, don't
possessed
go.
or something?
Yep.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
much. Yeah.
yeah, I won't be seeing that one.
Let's see. It says, verse 3. And with other such speeches exhorted he them, that the Torah should not depart from their hearts. It was also contained in the same writing that the prophet, being warned of Elohim, commanded the tabernacle and the ark to go with him as he went forth into the mountain where Moshe climbed up and saw the heritage of Elohim.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, because remember he had buried the
stuff in the center
the
of
ark.
the earth.
Remember
right?
it was the ark though. It was just the
Oh,
ark.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's cool.
Wow.
Verse 5. And when Yirmiyahu came thither, he found a hollow cave, wherein he laid the tabernacle and the ark and the altar of incense, and also stopped the door.
Don't tell me that's the cave.
That's what I was just about to
Girl.
say.
Don't tell me that's
Because
the
hollow
cave of
means
treasures.
holy.
Girl, anytime
tell
they say
me
a cave,
Cave, I'm thinking
I'm
that
thinking
cave.
that's the cave.
Like-
they haven't left the area.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Every time they say cave and something like that go on, I'm thinking that's the cave.
Whoa.
I just am.
Listen, if you read or listened to the Cave of Treasure,
Yes.
Adam and Eve, this
Yeah.
is what we're talking about.
Mhm.
Because y'all know the treasure was what it was.
Yeah. Go back
myrrh and all that.
and what book was that in?
The book of the Cave and Treasures, right? Adam and Eve.
It was called Adam and Eve, but the cave was called the Cave of Treasures.
Yeah,
So,
Adam and Eve.
Just for reference, if you want to go back in.
Yeah, see, she know. She said, "Oh wow, yes, I know."
Yeah.
Wow, let's read it because that's a trip. If that is, it just connects more and more and more and more.
But we know he's not. Everything's intentional.
Yeah.
Right.
And he don't waste nothing. He's going
Right.
to that's the cave, man.
That's
the
the
cave.
cave.
That's
Because remember the frankincense and the gold was in the
Yes.
cave.
it was in the
It was in the
cave.
cave.
The
I'm just
same
saying.
frankincense given to
Same
the baby.
given to the Messiah.
Mm.
Same cave.
Set up.
Same
Wow.
gas station.
Okay, look. Verse 6. And some of those that followed him came to mark the way, but they could not find it.
Yeah, that's the
Evil
cave.
people. Yeah, that's the cave.
That's
They're
the
going to
cave.
come back. They're
Yeah.
going to come back and
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. Which when Yirmiyahu perceived, he blamed them, saying, as for that place, it shall be unknown until the time that Elohim gather his people again together
That is
and
the
receive
cave.
them unto mercy.
That's the cave.
That's the doggone cave.
That's the cave. That's the cave. That is the cave. And even when they were doing Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Mhm.
everybody looking for this ark. And you know, when you don't know, things, you just think, it's just a story. Oh, that's cool. They looking for the ark. They, whatever. I believe people really are looking for that ark.
Mhm.
They
Oh,
really
yeah.
were
They're
looking
still
for the
gunning for
actual
that thing.
ark because
Yeah.
they know this is true.
Yeah.
We the ones wasn't believing it.
We
Well,
wasn't
they wouldn't
believing
even
it.
tell
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
They was looking for that ark. Probably still looking for it. And then some people tried to mark the way. Said, "Oh no,
Yep.
no, you."
That's
not."
why he had earthquakes and all that. I gotta
Yep.
shake this thing up.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Trying to leave them breadcrumbs, Hansel and Gretel.
Yep. Oh
I love
wow.
this kind of carrying on. I really do. This is good stuff. Verse 8. Then Yahuwah shall show them all these things, and the glory of Yahuwah shall appear, and the cloud also, as it was showed under Moshe, and as when Solomon desired that the place might be honorably sanctified. It was also declared that he, being wise, offered the sacrifice of dedication and of the finishing of the temple. And as when Moshe prayed unto Yahuwah, the fire came down from heaven and consumed the sacrifices. Even so prayed Solomon also, and the fire came down from heaven and consumed the ascending smoke offerings. And Moshe said, because the sin offering was not to be eaten, it was consumed. So Solomon kept those 8 days. The same things also were reported in the writings and commentaries of Nehemiah, and how he, founding a library, gathered together the acts of the kings and the prophets and of David, and the Sephirim of the kings concerning the holy gifts. In like manner also, Yahudah gathered together all those things that were lost by reason of the war we had, and they remain with us. Wherefore, if ye have need thereof, send some to fetch them unto you. Whereas we then are about to celebrate the purification, we have written unto you, and ye shall do well if ye keep the same days.
Basically, there's a whole bunch of more books.
Yes.
All
Listen, did you
books,
see that?
a bunch of
books.
all this to
The
that
kings,
they did all this,
the prophets, and of David,
More
and
than first and second king.
Yeah.
Yes,
More than that.
It sounds like each king wrote a little something.
yes.
They got our stuff, y'all.
It's somewhere. Somebody got it.
They said that the under the Vatican is 56 miles worth of
I believe they got it
piled up.
I believe they got it. I believe they probably found where it was hidden and built the Vatican on top of it.
Girl, you know they love building
Remember, we
stuff.
used to be in control of Rome.
Oh, that's right.
You know, they like building stuff, whether it's a dam or a river, they like building stuff on our stuff.
They do.
They're making sure we don't get it. It was like, you got to come through the Vatican first. I ain't got no problem with that.
You know that.
She a Maccabees.
This one right here, she a Maccabees.
She a Maccabees.
She a hammer.
Yep. I'll hammer in the morning. My hair is tight, okay?
Okay, verse 17.
Yes.
Yep. We hope also that the Elohim that delivered all his people and gave them all a heritage and the kingdom and the priesthood and the sanctuary, as he promised in the Torah, will shortly have mercy upon us and gather us together out of every land under heaven into the holy place. For he has delivered us out of great troubles and has purified the place. That's good.
Oh, it also made me think of like in Raiders of the Lost Ark, when those Germans tried to go for that ark, they got burnt up. Can't nobody just touch it. That's why I think they know where it is, but they ain't touching it because they can't. So that's why I'm thinking they built something on top of it.
So we couldn't touch it.
So we couldn't get to it because they can't touch it.
Yeah.
We can't even touch it unless we priests.
Until the time comes.
Yeah.
Unless, like you said, the line of the...
Yeah. But right now we are priests, actually.
Moray taught. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The more that Moray taught the what's his name?
I know
Melchizedek.
Oh
yeah.
The order of Melchizedek.
Yeah.
Which was Shem. Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah. So
everybody can't touch that ark. So
it's gotta be those folks.
Y'all can hide it if you want. Build something on top.
I mean, just like it's like the movie, right?
Yeah.
Eli. What is that? The book of Eli. You got our stuff, but you can't do nothing with it.
Nothing you can do with it.
Can't do nothing with it. It's useless to you because it doesn't belong to you.
Right. Does not belong to you. So do whatever you want.
Yeah, go for it, sir.
The ark is not gonna be like, oh no, so
we're caught. Somebody has us. That ark ain't tripping off of you.
No. That ark is saying, touch me.
Dare you.
You thought.
You thought.
Right, listen.
Now as concerning, verse 19, now as concerning Yahuda Maccabee and his brethren, and the purification of the great temple, and the dedication of the altar, and the wars against Antiochus Epiphanes, and Eupator his son, and the manifest signs that came from heaven unto those that behaved themselves manfully to their honor for the Yahudasim, so that being but a few, they overcame the whole country and chased barbarous multitudes, and recovered again the temple, renowned all the, being gracious unto them with all favor.
Just stop right there before you go on to the next one. But a few, seriously, there's only going to be a few.
Yeah.
Listen, he has shown us how, even through Maccabees, when they be like, oh, they got so much. He's like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
I just need a few because
Handful.
it's prophecy. He like,
Yeah.
I know these people. It's only going to be a small remnant.
Yeah.
That's why the road ain't wide. It's
It's
narrow.
narrow. It don't need to be wide. What's up?
Not a bucket. A handful.
And a few took over a whole country.
Yep.
But we can't get nobody communicate.
Mhm.
A few, if y'all stop plugging in
Yeah.
this system and doing what y'all want to do and tuned into got one with him, he can use the few.
Yep.
And we can build our own nation.
The beast.
Yeah.
It's just a beast.
It's
all beasts can be tamed.
Yeah. All beasts can be tamed.
Shot and killed. Oh, tamed. I stop at tame.
Teeth pulled. Leash
Right.
around the neck.
Yeah.
They tame an elephant, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what they did us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And like when Ray say, they walk about as a roaring lion.
As
a. They're not a.
Not a.
As a.
Ass.
That. She just wanted to
I'm
say
just saying.
that.
Ass
She
A.
just wanted.
Ass A.
Shelly.
I'm telling you, ass A. I'm just saying. My whole point is
we get your point.
if we can just get, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. If we can keep Torah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we can just cut all this, wow, I'm voting for Joe Biden.
No.
Cut all that stuff out. Stop spending your money at this place, and do it in your own community.
Yeah.
We can overtake a country.
Yes.
Okay?
We can.
We
And they
really
know
could.
it. And they know it.
That's why they play against us with the separation thing.
That's why they don't like too many of us standing on the corner talking. We just
They call it loitering. We
Yeah.
could be like
We just talking.
planning a great uprising. That's what they're afraid of. We're
That's
sitting
what they're afraid,
around,
yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
stop, break it up.
That's why y'all
Break it
can't have barbecues. Y'all
Right.
know better.
That's why
What's the
Karen
name?
there.
Yeah, Karen. Karen there to break it up.
Can't I can't say Becky because my sister's named Becky, but that's why Karen is everywhere now.
Hollering
Saturated.
Ray. White girl hollering Ray. I mean Jacob's daughter, hollering Ray. She ain't white. White means pure. They ain't pure.
They definitely ain't slapping face. I digress. I think that's
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Go we on it. Go ahead.
That's the best. Of
23.
All these things I say being declared by Yakan of St0ryTim in 5 Sephirim. See, there's 5 Sephirim right there. 5 books right there.
Yep.
We will essay to abridge in 1 volume. For considering the infinite number and the difficulty which they find that desire to look into the narrations of the story, for the variety of the matter, we have been careful that they that will read may have delight.
So they like, we gonna save it for we some kind of way.
They saved it for us.
They saved it just for us.
Thank you.
Community.
They saved it
it's
for
gonna
the
be some
community.
people that want to read this, that are going to delight in it.
Yeah, that's so dope.
That's
It
love
really
right
is.
there.
That is so dope.
It really is.
And it's also, they use it as a weapon too.
Mm-hmm.
So they like, we can't, because if these people know this,
Yep.
wow, but they had you in mind when they was writing this, and you wasn't even swimming yet. I mean, you was still, never mind.
first I didn't get to swim, and it took 2 seconds.
Verse 25, we have been careful that they will read, that they that will read may have delight, and that they that are desirous to commit to memory might have ease, and that all into whose hands it comes might have profit.
Thank you, uncles.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I can't wait to meet y'all.
I'll be like, listen, y'all was so dope.
Thank you.
Me and my aunties read all about y'all.
Thank you for the breadcrumbs. 26. Therefore, to us that have been taken upon us this painful labor of abridging, it was not easy, but a matter of sweat and watching, even as it is to ease unto him that
no ease.
Wait, even as it is no ease unto him that prepares a banquet and seeks the benefit of others. Yet for the pleasuring of many, we will undertake gladly this great pains.
Wow.
Leaving the author the exact handling of every particular and laboring to follow the rules of an abridgment. For as the master builder of a new house must care for the whole building, but he that undertakes to set it out and paint it must seek out fit things for the adorning thereof.
You know what this is sounding like? It sounded like they were the first ones to try to translate this into another language, and they're making sure it's right. They're making sure whatever word they put in, let's just say Greek, that it matches the same meaning as the Hebrew. Now, we went along, later they went along, messed it up, but they're saying we're taking pains to do this because we know some of our people are going to come out there, they're going to speak Greek in
danger to make
sure that it was right.
Right.
Wow.
Yes, they said we're going to make sure it's right, whatever it takes.
That's crazy.
I love it.
Let's see. All right, so Grandma call you New Zealand, okay? New Zealand says, they don't want us coming together keeping the Torah. Absolutely. Linda goes on to say, that's legacy.
Yes.
That's legacy.
That's the inheritance.
Yep.
This is the rich inheritance.
Yes.
And what the Romans and Greeks do, go along and just mess it up, throw Latin in there, English. They didn't take great pains.
But listen, all the work that they have done.
They didn't take great pains.
The work that our forefathers done, and we go and pledge Greek.
Yeah.
What a slap in the face to be doing all of that.
And it's interesting, when I went back and was reading some of chapter 1, it was even saying how they're going to start changing the images, like start changing the image, like basically whitewashing us.
Yep. Wow.
Didn't even mention that. I was like, okay.
How we missed that?
They already knew. Because they was probably trying to take credit for it in those days.
Girl, you know they did.
Yeah. Because remember, they always wanted us to fight, but they was taking credit for it.
They sure did.
They did.
They always. Hallelujah.
Always.
Just to be thought of so many centuries ago, to be having you in mind over 100 years ago.
Yes.
And you were in their mind. That right there is just beautiful.
That brings a deeper meaning to that little song. Somebody prayed for me. Had me on their mind. Took the time to pray for me. These folks.
This is a prayer. He's still talking about
it.
Yep. Wow.
But pray for us that we would get this.
Yeah, that we would get it.
This is cool. Thank you.
Lauren, it's good to see you, girl.
Yes, and not only that, but in this, they're letting us know there's a whole bunch of books we did.
Yes.
We did a whole bunch of books. Y'all. Where they at? What y'all Greeks do? The Greeks was like, this too many.
And notice they can't destroy them because they need somebody to interpret them,
right? Because they need to know how to defeat us.
Yeah.
Without it, they can't defeat us.
Yep.
So they ain't destroying them.
No, they ain't not destroying them. No.
They just got them out of our hands.
Yeah. Yep. Like you said, they under the Vatican, under Harvard. That's why they didn't want us in that school.
Nope. Girl. That's what they gave us the illusion of an all HBU, but it ain't really like HBU. Yeah, they gonna ever give you. They gonna ever give you a college, a whole university. You think they're gonna give it to you?
No, there's something to that.
It is controlled.
Yeah. First of all, they didn't want you going to theirs, but they still want to control. So all you Hebrews that's woke and you go to Harvard or you go to Princeton, I'm expect y'all to go sneaking into some catacombs somewhere.
That's what I'm talking about.
Do it for the people.
Okay.
Do it for the people.
Absolutely. You got to use your badge for the people. Okay.
Go work in the library.
Yes.
Like go work in the library.
Get real close with one of them professors, okay, that know what's up. I mean, do it for the culture. The stolen culture, okay?
Tell you what's up. Nah, I mess with you.
Don't do what she said.
Don't get them drunk.
And listen, I ain't mad if Yehuda tells you, because listen, how he told Yehuda, now go ahead and lie to this man and cut his head off. I ain't mad. Listen, just do it for the people. If you at the HB,
just pray first. If Yehuda tells you to do it, go.
Yeah,
do it.
Absolutely. But do it for the people. Do it for the nation, okay?
Yeah. Not to get a name for yourself, because you're going to have to be undercover to do this.
Absolutely.
Right.
You can't do it to get the name for yourself.
Yeah, you can't. You see what happens when you're fighting for your name. You end up dead, okay?
Yeah.
You end up
when
missing.
you want great renown.
Let's see what my uncle said. He said, Harvard mission, not impossible. You're right. It ain't impossible. All right.
I'm going to read verse 29 over because it was a little bit left over.
Okay.
For as the master builder of a new house must care for the whole building, but he that undertakes to set it out and paint it must seek out fit things for the adorning thereof. Even so, I think it is with us. Verse 30, to stand upon every point and go over things at large, and to be curious in particulars belongs to the first author of the story. But to use brevity and avoid much laboring of the work is to be granted to him that will make an abridgment. So, where then will we begin the story? Only adding thus much to that which has been said, that it is a foolish thing to make a long prologue and to be short in the story itself.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
How dare you make this long beginning?
Long old introduction.
And then the things that's supposed to be so like good and meaty, it's short.
It's short. It's the same thing. Like, y'all know one of the things I hate when you make this long old complicated introduction of the preacher coming to preach and the sermon ain't no good. You be like, really?
You did all of that?
You did all that for that? Your introduction was longer than that.
I'm thinking of some of the people's faces that after this person has been built up.
Yeah.
And they leaning forward.
Like, oh, it's gonna be good.
And then he's like, ain't even halfway finished, and everybody like,
and I'm all like this.
And I'm like this. Are you kidding me?
Whoo! Sometimes I'll be like this. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sheila knows because she sat right next to me. I'll be like this with a pen because people can see me from the far stand.
Right.
So I'll be acting, but with my head down, I'll be
sleep. She be sleep.
But with the pen in my hand, Hector always busted me. Hector always like, dude, why you always looking at me? He always busting me, but a lot of people didn't know.
You had some.
He wasn't no snitch though.
No, he was all not.
And you know what's crazy though, but it's telling you to like, you can't be concerned about different parts. You gotta be concerned about the whole aspect. Like, you can't be concerned about just you and yours.
Yeah.
This walking in Torah, is not a selfish walk. It's not, oh, well, I know truth and that's up to y'all. Y'all got to do what I got to do. No, you have to be concerned about the nation of the state of your people. Yeah. And how we do that by being concerned about that is making sure we display Torah.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, because if I'm showing you if I'm displaying Torah and I'm showing you what it looks like, and you not, something in me, something about me is gonna rub you the wrong way, and you're gonna have to question. And that goes the fixing the imperfections.
Yep.
And it ain't coming off as judgmental or nothing like that.
Because you ain't doing nothing but just living
I'm just living it. Mm-hmm. So you're either gonna be drawn to it or hate it. Yep, that's it.
That's only those two reactions.
Yep.
Love it or hate it.
Yep.
And it's a mind thing, y'all. They did a number on our mind. We cannot be concerned about that room and not the whole house.
Yep.
That's good.
Because the whole house is Judah.
Yeah. That's powerful. Chapter 3. Now when the holy city was inhabited with all peace, and the Torah was kept very well because of the holiness of Onyahu, the high priest, and his hatred of wickedness, it came to pass that we would have to tune in tomorrow for another portion of this here chapter in Second Maccabees.
Too much. That's
tune in tomorrow.
That was too smooth. Oh, she caught you too.
No, she not. Look at how she looking at me. She looked at me like, no, you didn't.
That was exactly my look. Honestly, I gotta say sorry because I rolled my eyes at you.
See, that's what I be doing to you now.
I roll my eyes.
I
roll my eyes at you. I was like, okay,
baby, I got it.
I said, okay, we're gonna go on. Okay.
Yeah, what's going on?
All right.
Okay.
I did roll my eyes. I'm sorry. That was rude. But you did a good job.
I ain't saying I'm sorry. You did a good job.
You did a good job.
No.
Yes, Auntie Cousin Sheila. Yes, she did.
What she said?
She said no, she didn't. And she gave you the eyes too.
Yes, she did. She did it all smooth.
New Zealand. She said, "Oh wow, that was good." Oh yeah, I didn't mean to, but it was in the emotion because I was following along. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. She did though. That's exactly what she did.
Yes, listen. When she's reading,
that's what you did.
I'm such a visual learner, so I'm picturing it as she's reading it, and then she goes, and we're gonna tune in. Like, wait, how you mess up my movie like that? How you mess with me like that? Yeah, like, wait a minute, I can't see nothing. She played me. That's all.
The way I got it, he hit it.
Yeah. I didn't mean to. That's why I apologize. I said I'm sorry. Yes. Linda says, "Oops, she did it." Clef. Oh man, they did. Look, wow. You got to be more careful.
Well, that's all today.
Why is Aaron texting me talking about y'all so wrong? It was getting good.
My point exactly. Now I know how y'all feel when I leave you on the cliff. I'm really feeling some type of way. Like you could have finished at least that. You could have finished the rest of the verse. You know what I'm saying? Like
you never did.
You're right. You're right. Let me shut up.
Now you see why I used to get mad at you. Like really? In the middle of the sentence?
You're right. Never mind. You know what? You're right. It was good.
Hallelujah.
Good job.
That was smooth.
You got it.
That was. Okay.
All right, y'all. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to go from that point, and we're in Second Maccabees. We're in chapter 3.
Yeah, we're starting chapter 3.
All right.
Oh, man, this is crazy. Good job, man.
Good stuff.
We love you. And we praise y'all for y'all coming on.
Yes.
Continue to tell other folks to log on. This is some good teaching. This is some good stuff.
It's good.
That we're learning, and it's our heritage.
Yeah.
And we're learning so much more about how Yahweh wants us to know our history.
Yes.
He really wants us to really know it.
Yes.
So that we can't be hoodwinked and bamboozled.
No more.
Yeah. Because
All
we
right.
have been. Lauren said you
Yes.
really getting good on those cliffhangers.
Trying
Get
to
her,
tell you.
Lauren.
Right. Also doing it. But look, it's all right. Listen, if you have not reconnected, I think we should just really just encourage you guys to really seek out truth for yourself and really just seek out the Most High, especially during this time. No lie, y'all. Seriously, time is out. Okay, running
Just
out.
pick a side time.
Yeah, and
That
just
part.
pick a side. Pick a side. And if you don't believe what we're reading, ask the Most High. Be like, yeah, if you real, then show me.
Yeah.
He love a good challenge. Go ahead. He'll tell you if you really want to.
Yeah.
So I urge you all to just continue to do your research. If you have any questions, reach out to my dad. Eric Gillette. Find him on Facebook,
Medusa.
okay?
He said you gave her the Medusa stare.
My dad gonna get me. But reach out to him, okay?
Yeah, inbox him, Eric Gillette, because he's
look at his face. He's like,
I tell y'all do all that.
But we come to you when we telling folks come to you.
Yeah, he's the covering. So
pray. You know what? Pray and ask Yahweh if you are supposed to come to him.
There you go.
And then be obedient.
Yeah.
Because if you ask the Most High a question,
He'll answer
you.
That's right.
Won't he?
Yes.
He'll answer you.
He'll answer.
Yeah. She just she just you just helped us out.
You
pivoted. You like that?
I like that.
Oh, go ahead, girl.
Pivot. There you go. All right, what's happening?
All right, y'all.
Yeah, we'll see y'all.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Shalom.
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 Keep hanging in there.